Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today my topic is what does the law say about transfer of property in Pakistan. You know, everyone is entitled to own or inherent property in Pakistan regardless of their residential status and or nationality. People often get confused to identify the difference between transfer and registration of property, which are two totally different topics. Although Pakistan is a Muslim majority nation, it comprises a diverse population mix of different cultures, religions, and sects. However, we'll touch upon the intricacies of religious obligations involving inheritance and property rights. We shall answer some of the most basic and crucial information about the transfer of property in Pakistan. More on legalities governing transfer of property in Pakistan. Two most common cases pertaining to the transfer of property in Pakistan. Number one is immovable property given to someone as a gift, and the number two is inheritance of property after someone's death. Let's discuss these scenarios in detail. Immovable property given to someone as a gift is when any transfer of property or land rights before the owner's death is referred to as a gift. The scenario of gifting property involves immediate transfer of property ownership by one person to another, and the process is only completed upon the acceptance of the gift. Immovable properties are usually offered as a gift without taking their market value and price into consideration. Is the most important part, such as immovable property are usually offered as a gift without taking their market values and prices into considerations. According to the law, every Pakistani citizen of sound mind has a right to dispose of their property in the form of a gift. Gifting of an immovable property made under undue influences, domination, deceased, and coercion is not valid. Let's take a look at some of the essentials regarding the validity of the property transfer in Pakistan as a gift. Number one, immediate divesting of the donor from the ownership of a particular property. Number two, declaration of the gifted property by the donor. Number three, acceptance of the gift by the donee. Number four is gifted properties possession delivery to the donee by the donor. Here are some key documents required to transfer your own property to your friends or family members as a gift. Number one is original allotment letter. Number two is property tax clearance certificate. Number three, photocopies of CNIC, your identity card, statement recorded before the concerned deputy director along with his official seal. And number five is NOC from Building Control Authority like that LDA from Lahore, FSD, etc. The second thing is inheritance of property after someone's death. Inheritance of property in Pakistan involves the automatic devolution of the property rights to the legal heirs at the time of the owner's death. So let's take a look at the key highlights of the inheritance law governing the phenomena of change of ownership of the properties in Pakistan. In the light of Transfer of Property Act and Islamic law, irrespective of sects, there is no concept of will, as a result of which all shares are distributed to legal heirs during the process of succession. The distribution of share depends on the closeness of device to the deceased person. For example, blood relations usually have the closest ties. It may not be possible for us to summarize all of the scenarios regarding the distribution of shares here, as this phenomena has many angles and aspects varying from case to case. Any property can be donated by the owner during their lifetime. They are free to give it to someone as a gift or charity it to an individual. Welfare trust organizations, once the property is donated, no one will have the right to challenge such decisions even after the death of the donor. So let's see inheritance certificates. The process of transfer of property in Pakistan after someone's death is incomplete without an inheritance certificate, locally known as the Wirasatnama. The next is what is inheritance certificate. The inheritance certificates or Wirasatnama is a certified and registered document issued by the civil court. It is one of the most crucial requisition in the event of an individual's death in order to transfer the rights of the properties under their ownership to someone else. It is also a mandatory requirement of legal authorities as well as housing schemes to check if the legal heirs have an inheritance certificates or not to further continue with the process of contracts and legal agreements. How can you acquire inheritance certificates? It's a very important part of this scenario. The inheritance certificate is not only important for property transfer in Pakistan in someone else's name, but it is also plays a key role in establishing and safeguarding heirs' properties rights according to Transfer Property Act. To acquire Wirasatnama, there are certain documents that are required to be submitted in the civil court. Let's take a look at the list of those documents. Number one, deceased person's death certificate is the most important, and the second is CNIC of the deceased, and third is CNIC of the heirs, and fourth is public advertisement and issued legal notice, and the next is statement of heirs, and then next one independent witness is most important part of this scenario, and the last is mutation registry of immovable property. The process of acquiring the inheritance certificates involve a few simple steps. First of all, you need to take help from a professional lawyers who will prepare a written plaint mentioning every important details about legal heir and the immovable property left behind by the deceased. Around 4 hearing sessions are carried out in the civil court based on recording of evidence, statements and arguments of the heirs. These court sessions are mandatory for the complete satisfaction of the civil court, only after which the inheritance certificate is issued to the legal heirs. There is a most important note in this scenario is after the issuance of the Wirasatnama, the heirs can also apply to get an original copy of the court's official order. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and click the bell icon for the more videos. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.